students, today we're going to talk about paraphrasing, aka putting your information that you found in the text in other words. So we're really looking at how do you restate your evidence that you have found from a text in your own words. What I need you to do is I need you to pause the lesson and I need you to go get your ELA notebook, a pencil, and the passage from the back table. Okay, great. Glad to see you got the materials you need for the lesson today. I am hoping that you take some notes while we're doing this lesson. So what I need you to do is open your reading notebook to your first section, your first blank page, and I want you to write the title, Paraphrasing in Other Words, and write the LEQ also. Remember that when you're taking notes to pause your video so you know that you have time before I start talking some more and you need to write something else down. So our goal really is to look at how paraphrasing can help us when we're writing summaries, when we're stating information that we have found in a text rather than you plagiarizing. So the first thing is, what is paraphrasing? Why do we need it? Paraphrasing is used to A, rewrite your text in your own words. This way you're not plagiarizing. Clarify the meaning. A lot of authors put tons of text out there and you don't always need it, and it helps you avoid plagiarism. What I'd like you to do is pause your video again and write this down in your notebook. Next step, paraphrasing. You might think that it's certain things, but these are things that it's not. You don't take a text and just change a couple words. That doesn't work. You're still plagiarizing. Deleting a couple of words or phrases. So you might delete one sentence from the paragraph. That doesn't work. Rearranging the order of the words. You're going to totally confuse the meaning if you do that. Please pause and write these notes down. Now we're getting to the big point of this PowerPoint today and our lesson is how to paraphrase. You need to write these notes down, but I will also pause it at the end for you. It says, read the passage carefully. So you need to know what the passage is talking about. Identify that main idea in the passage. We have spent days working on the main idea. Figure out what it is. If it's not, write your own main idea. Identify important words or phrases. Remember, if some of them are repeated or you see something in common with these words or phrases, highlight them, mark them, so they will help you with restating it in your own words. And figure out what your main points are so you can change them and put them in your own words. I'm going to pause your video and write these down. Read these to you, but what I'd like you to do is look at an original passage and a paraphrased passage. Look at what it's talking about with the cat in the hat and look at how they change the details. Write down a couple things that you've noticed. Great that you have some things written down. Now let's take a look. If you notice, the paraphrase passage is pretty much in the same length. Obviously, some things are totally changed around, like the 223 words is at the beginning of the paraphrase passage versus the original passage. There are a lot of things in their own words. It does not look exactly like the original. That's the way you avoid plagiarism. Now, here's the test. What I'd like you to do is look at this passage, your turn number 1. The enormous, pungent, and extremely well-marketed Maine Lobster Festival is held every late July in the state's mid-coast region, meaning the western side of Pentecost Bay, the nerve stem of Maine's lobster industry. What's called the mid-coast runs from the Owl's Head to the Thompsonton in the south of the Belfast in the north. Your job, you don't need to rewrite this paragraph, but what I would like you to do is paraphrase the paragraph in your writing notebook. We will check this when we come back to group. If you forget what your paraphrasing is supposed to be, you can go back to the different steps of how to paraphrase. Go back through this example, read it, identify the main words, what are some important words, and put it in your own words. You should have picked this paper up over on the side table. If you didn't, go get it now. We will see you in group.